Uh, Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Starfinder Fly Free or Die Adventure Path. We're on session 3, and to give a lovely recap of session 2, I would love to bring to the stage Soriall.
Science Officer's Log. Packed date Tuesday, Erastus 8th, 325 AG, aboard the BD 514. There is at once not much and a great deal to tell, and for once it has nothing to do with my displacement in time, or perhaps a lot, I still cannot be sure. Upon receiving our latest mission from Tarika, we traveled to Castrovel for yarrow berries from a Cabarati establishment by the name of Pratt's Produce, to be taken to the hive market on a kitten. As science officer, I tracked this valuable cargo to prevent spoilage. As a Castrovel native, I refrain from mentioning that this cargo is not at all valuable on the planet, so an attempt at return would put us solidly in the red. At loading time, 5 days, 19 hours to spoilage. The great deal to mention is the strange and seemingly premeditated attack on our rig as we headed to the docks. An old lady became a junk bot and attacked Big Bear. Amidst the confusion and combat, several goblins absconded with 3 crates of yarrow berries, and we retained 1,997 of the original crates. 1,998, if we use the gratuity from Pratt to lessen the theft, which I will of course urge, as well as picking up 6 canisters of petrol and 1 very battered junk bot. Big Bear was also quite battered, but survived, as usual. As I both expected and did not expect, the Lashunta police force arrived to investigate the firefight. Standard operating procedure, although Big Bear seemed quite agitated. My grasp of time became slippery during the check, and I thought I saw a clutch of eggs that Big Bear and I were safeguarding, and I became momentarily confused. This vision persisted for some time. Note, for further inquiry, why would anyone bother to steal yarrow berries on Castrovel? Course plotted, jump executed flawlessly, recommendation for a commendation submitted to Orion's file, and we are presently en route to the hive market. We must remember that there is no real law on Akiton and keep our wits about us. Personal note. Limited prophecies of late include Orion suffers a paralyzing glitch. The dreamers of Liavara kill me because my dreams are not accurate enough. The Idare once again accepts refugees. The skies above my mother's main factory fill with purple smudge. Splooge is promoted to HQ. At arrival to Akiton, 4 days, 8 hours to spoilage.
Incredible. Let's see. With that, I believe that leaves us right on the edge of the atmosphere of Akiton. There's your computer clicks.
I love the ambiance so much. It really is great.
Good. It took some searching, but I found some.
This is great. So we're looking for a tower, right? Where did we find it?
Not a tower, a mountain.
Mountain.
And I think we did find it. Because it was, very obvious.
It was fairly obvious.
And...
Plus, Spoog probably was able to give a few pointers to one of the few actual landmarks that exist on Akiton.
which I can't say to save my life, so that's fun. I think I said it
That's
3
okay.
different ways. It's my accent, that's all.
I think I heard.
It's the accent.
I did hear Akaton. I think the first time it was a Keaton.
A Keaton, yeah. Michael Keaton,
Yeah.
I don't know. So, let's do this.
Yeah, we'll start our descent.
Yes, let's.
Did
Resident
we?
pilot. Yes.
Did we hail anyone? Was anyone hailed, or is it just a land at the mountain?
Oh, you showed up in the atmosphere, in the exosphere of Akaton, and there was no signal at all. No kind of hailing of any sort.
We know to? Should we?
I think
it's pretty typical, but for Akaton,
I was just gonna say, who do we hail on Akaton?
Yeah.
Who were we delivering this to?
you should have that. You should know where.
I just said it, Pi.
I don't remember, man.
It's fine. We're going to the Hive Market.
Do you remember what shop?
Siski.
Okay, I have Hive Market, but I was asking who.
Siski.
Siski at Ka Imports.
How was that spelled? Real quick.
Oh, I don't have that part. At what imports?
Ka Imports.
Okay.
Is it just K-A?
Yep. It is just KA.
I guess we can, I don't know, scan some channels and see if there's any way we can raise Siski.
Sure. You set out to utilize your ship's intraplanetary communication devices, reaching out to all of the various ports and such, but your pings go unanswered. There's veritable silence upon the planet.
Well, that's not necessarily unexpected. Since there is no central authority, it doesn't surprise me that we're not getting any answers to our pings.
Man, you said something that triggered my brain to think of something. Now I'm just thinking about Judge Dredd going onto a planet with no central authority, rocking up like, I am the law.
So I guess we'll just fly on down then. Hopefully
Yes.
not get shot at.
I hope not, but let's go.
Okay. Resident pilot, if I could have a coin flip from you.
Oh no.
Oh, sure.
D2.
A D2.
Advanced roller. 1. No. I'm just gonna roll. Well, let me do.
You can type /R 1D2.
Yeah, that's what I was working on.
Okay.
Hey.
The descent into the Akatonian atmosphere is a little rough. You had some clear skies heading out of Castrovel, but winds and especially sand are making the navigation a little more difficult, and you spend 2 hours getting to the surface.
Okay.
So you're at 4 days and 6 hours.
Indeed. This is fine. We have plenty of time.
What's our time limit again? Remind me?
The berries will spoil in 4 days, 6 hours.
Which is plenty of time. We're pretty much here, right?
And nothing's wrong.
And you started at like 6 days.
Only 2 crates are missing, right? 2, 3?
Well, if we use our tip that we got, then it's just 2, yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
I guess we'll deal with it.
Yeah. As you delve lower to the ground, to the southwest side of the pillar of the sky, you start to see a few buildings very close to the mountain's base itself. Limited knowledge of the place that came up in research is that there are plenty more buildings and marketplaces within the lava tubes inside of the pillar of the sky. However, there are a few outside as well. What's more notable is the seemingly total lack of parking, docking spaces for ships. You, more so than the buildings that you see the desert sands outside of the market littered with vehicles of various sizes. And it takes you a second, but you find a empty plot of sand to land the BD-514 down onto.
Well, a bit rocky, but we're here.
Nicely done.
Yeah, I've had better ones.
You've also had worse.
Yeah, that's true.
We didn't die. The ship is intact. We're fine.
Spoog is gonna make a passing comment that we just want to stick to our business dealing. Don't try to go around and break any of the few laws that they have.
What are those?
Well, you know, don't kill people and don't steal things without a legitimate deal. Simple stuff, really.
Yeah, I think we're all clear of that. Nobody was thinking about that, right?
Certainly not.
Just checking.
Big Bear just shrugs his shoulders.
Bear?
I won't kill anyone if they don't ask for it.
I think that's probably fair. Just don't be hammer happy, alright?
He'll give you a big, toothy bear grin.
Oh, that does not seem like a yes. Well, shall we find this place first before we start offloading?
What do we
Yeah, it's probably
see
best.
outside the windows of the cockpit? Like you said, we've landed in a patch, but there were also a bunch of just other ships that have landed, and there was sort of an outdoor market, but most of it was in the structure itself? Do we we in that patch of like ships like near this outdoor section?
You are in that outdoors section. You found a place for your own ship within the mass of other ships.
Is it market stalls or is it buildings?
There seems to be a fair mix of both.
Mm.
You would know from all the descriptions that Ka Imports is a building, more so than a market stall, which makes sense because you have just under 50 tons of produce.
Right.
Do we think the cargo will be safe if we just leave our ship here?
I was just going to ask that, and I think it would probably be good for us to leave somebody to guard the ship.
Well, why don't the three of us go look for this building so we can confirm deal, and I will pat Spoog on his big ol' head and say, Spoog can stay here so that when the transmission come back, he is ready for acceptance.
I think this sounds like a good plan.
Good job, Spoog.
Yeah. Keeping us safe. And more importantly, the cargo. All right, let's disembark.
Okay. You get in your cargo rig without the trailer and set off towards the hive market. There are in between the parking lot, for lack of a better word, and the market itself is a set of massive sandstone walls, showing that there is at least some amount of protection, potentially environmental, for the hive market itself. And you make your way in.
I have a question.
Of course.
As we are moving through the fleet of ships to begin looking for Ka imports, for the most part, I've gathered what people have said. This is a pretty lawless place, or there's very little. Do I recognize any ships? This is also a backstory thing, but do I recognize any ships? Having been a previous smuggler,
Right.
can I tell? Do I know any telltale signs of like smuggler ships or like bounty hunter ships? Specifically, I am looking for a specific person. I actually need to double check things because I don't know what species they are. I just wrote down his name.
I should say, and keep looking it up, but for like others, Akaton is lawless, or at least the hive market itself is lawless in the way of black market. If you can sell it, it's legal. But if you steal someone else's produce, if you steal someone else's product, or kill someone, or vandalize, or whatnot, that is taken into account and dealt with.
So the law is don't get caught.
The law is don't get caught. The law is as long as both parties in a transaction are satisfied, you can do whatever.
Okay, got it.
This is interesting, unless this is an actual species, but I don't think that has his species on it. I'm specifically looking for any markings of a ship that might carry the markings of someone named Jinx.
As you're driving in, well, you're a passenger in the back, and it is, it's upsetting your nose a bit because it is kicking up sand. Granted, this area is packed down sand, but as sandstorms come in, it adds more. Give me a perception check.
Alright, one moment. Just messaging you something real quick.
Of course.
Here you go. Perception?
Yes, perception.
12.
Okay. $12. I suppose more common than you would expect. You do see freighters that align typically with smuggler vessels. But as for specific insignia, it's really hard to say. You don't personally see anything relevant to Jinx.
Okay. I'm still gonna be keeping an eye out.
Of course.
I wouldn't know what type of ship they'd be on, but I do know, despite the species not being there, I do know at least what they used to look like, because this person is a part of my background.
Yeah, you absolutely do.
Okay. So I'd be keeping an eye out still the deeper we get into Hive Market. Maybe the more we get into like the stalls and the stores, I'd be looking for people specifically, but for the for now, the ships.
Right. Okay. So you make your way up to the sandstone walls, which have an open, basically gateway more so than door, and are able to drive in as different freighters are also driving out. And you see a few people walking on the sides to avoid getting hit by vehicles. Beyond the walls, market stalls of every imaginable color, with all manner of strange symbols, crowd each other along haphazard pedestrian paths, and a few narrow roads. Amid all the colorful chaos stands dozens of permanent buildings, most made of the same sandstone as the settlement's walls. You're driving by and you see various goods. Not all of them are strictly illegal. Sometimes they might just be going for a certain price that is unavailable. In other jurisdictions, though some other times you do see stuff that would be considered contraband on other planets that is clearly, acceptable here so long as there is fair trade going on.
I have a question.
Yes.
Circling back to the whole, the black market law of as long as a fair trade is made, as long as you're not fucking another person over, everything's good. Is it is it more of a law like if you screw this person over, the person you screwed over is going to come after you, or is there like a quote unquote like black market mercenary group that people pay to go get your shit back? Like, is there like a police force, but a police force for the black market? You know what I mean? Or is it
Yeah,
more personal?
Spoog, didn't mention anything specific, but you get the vibe off of him that it's something closer to the second option.
Okay, so closer to people pay someone to do the dirty work.
Yeah.
Okay, is that a
There's
thing?
an external force that, you know.
So in other words, a lot of things are purchasable here.
Is that a
A
thing
lot
that
of things are purchasable here.
the three of us would be able to notice? Like, do we notice specifically more like armed people walking around? I know it's a smuggler's haven and everyone's going to be armed, but do we notice any like more armed people that are clearly like here to quote unquote enforce, or is it just lost in the everyone here has a weapon, everyone here is for the same thing?
Okay.
Sorry.
You do no, it's okay. I'm just figuring out how I want to describe this. You do absolutely see citizens walking around with firearms. The most notable population are Hilky humans, sorry, which are some orange reddish skinned humans, clearly evolved for this place. Isoki, plenty of Isoki around, as well as Ikeshti, which I'm gonna look up real quick.
And I would also like the spelling on Hickley.
Yes.
And the other one as well, yes.
Hilki are a kind of human, so they're still human overall, but they are,
Orange.
yeah. And then there's Isoki and Ikeshti. The Ikeshti appear to be lizard folk.
Ooh.
Yeah. Checking one thing. Okay, so they are small. So they are, as a comparison, larger kobolds, basically.
Okay. I was just gonna ask if they were if they were similar to the lizard poster boys in the core book. I forgot
I
their
think
names.
that's a fair comparison. If you take the Vesk that are on the core on the cover, make them small instead of medium, and make them more desert aligned, basically, you would pretty much have them.
Cool. Okay.
And that's not to say that these three are the only species that you see, because that only makes up 46% of the population. There are a ton of other species that you see walking around, usually all with weaponry of some kind.
Okay.
The most distinctive feature of the hive market that you see around are these floating incorporeal beings. And they're just going around observing all the goings-ons.
Like humanoid, sort of like ghosts, or do they look like jellyfish, or?
I was just gonna say jellyfish.
They are humanoid. They do look kind of fishy in that they have sort of bulbous eyes and some fins on their arms and torso. Their skin, or scales perhaps, are pink. And when they're not pink, they are nearly see-through.
And to piggyback off that, yeah, are they incorporeal like a ghost, or are they incorporeal like Orion as a hologram incorporeal? Like, are they floating holograms, or are they floating ghostly jellyfish? Fish.
Go stick your hand through one.
Just
I'm kidding. Don't.
I throw my hand up
Don't
as
do
we're
it.
driving. No, I don't.
No. Don't do it.
I don't.
Shoot one and see what happens. No.
No, I do think that is a good question. Like, are they holograms, or are they actual?
They appear similarly to holograms.
Okay.
But they don't flicker in any way that a hologram would.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So they are definitely they are definitely creatures in their own right. They are not technology. And they are floating around basically appraising things. So is there a hired hand around here? Not necessarily. Things just look weird here. Very defensive and kind of odd.
Okay. What's the vibe? Do people seem edgy? Is everybody kind of like looking over their shoulder, or is this just a Tuesday at the market?
I mean, you are in a smuggler's haven.
I know. But
Give me
that
a
might mean
sense-
that everybody feels fine, you know?
Give me a sense motive check, if
Okay.
you would.
Sure.
14. Okay.
Local paradox.
With a 14, things... I mean, everyone seems to be acting fairly typical.
Okay.
That doesn't seem very shifty. I mean, they definitely take a look out. It's not walking down the streets of, some suburban area, but
We're not in
people aren't
Kansas anymore, gang.
specifically hiding their face or sticking to the shadows or anything like that.
Okay. And it's not one of those things where these creatures are flying through and everybody's scared of them or anything. It's just like, whatever.
Yeah, this is pretty...
The Empire forces are
normal.
not marching through Andor.
Have any of you watched Skeleton Crew?
Uh-uh.
Dang it. We're in the Smuggler's Haven
No.
from Skeleton Crew. Look up the Smuggler's Haven from Skeleton Crew.
Okay.
Hold on. Smugglers. Dang, what's it called? Look up. Hold on. Let me make sure I have this correct. Yeah, look up. Port Borgo. We're in Port Borgo. It's the Smuggler's
Sure thing.
Haven from Skeleton Crew.
Yeah.
That's what
Just
I'm picturing.
deserty and on a planet.
Instead of on an asteroid floating through space, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I could see. Yeah, that's a pretty good description. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, did you do research with the infosphere on where like Ka Imports is, or did you just look for the hive market itself?
I think we just looked for the hive market. Pepper, feel free to correct me. You're the notes. But
I'm looking.
You are the notes.
I am the notes.
That is your new
I'm
nickname
looking...
is the notes.
The notes. That's
Yeah.
my
That's your
mafia name.
Oh, damn it! You know what? Great minds.
We did not look any further than the hive market because we're good at our jobs.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
You know, while we're driving, I'm gonna, because I just realized this as well. I'm gonna ask both of them, you know, Orion and Soriall, because we did take it with us. I'm gonna ask how much you think we get for junk bot.
Oh. Right now? Not much.
Sure, someone could use parts.
That's true.
Better than lugging it with us when we can get credits.
But you want it as a pet. Or was that not the now you? I'm sorry.
I don't think that is the now me.
Ah. Well, if we sell it for some parts, that seems like it's good initiative for us to display.
Maybe we can use credits to buy new goods.
Mm-hmm.
For credits never hurt anyone. Anyone see where we're supposed to be delivering?
We could, stop for a moment and ask directions.
We could. But if they know what we might carry, they might try to buy it from us.
Well,
we're just looking for a store, right?
yeah. We don't actually have anything with us at the moment, so I think we're probably all right.
Well, I will trust two of you. If you need me to hurt someone, just ask.
Of course.
Does there look like a friendly person that won't slit my throat for asking them directions nearby?
Could I,
Honestly,
would I be able to maybe point someone out? Because I am a former smuggler. Like, I know smuggle routes, I know smugglers, I know how smugglers act.
We're just asking for a building.
Yeah. Probably Okay, so Orion, if you are looking out for someone along with okay, Orion can make a sense motive to try and suss out who is safe for him. And Big Bear is going to make a perception to find someone of the same domain as him.
Okay.
Perfect.
So I'm looking for a smuggler. Orion's looking for someone who's just not going to cut his throat open.
Attempt to, at least.
All right.
Exactly. With my insane wisdom score.
Okay. Alantes, Orion. Don't know why we're going by government names. Orion, you're.
That was fun.
You're looking around. Wasn't on purpose, but I'll take it. You're looking around, and it's difficult to say fully. You know, a lot of people are armed. It's very odd to find an unarmed individual here. But whether or not they want you dead for talking to them, most people look safe. Big
Hate
Bear.
it when hate it when the DM doesn't sound sure of themselves.
Big Bear, you're looking around and you're trying to spot the tells that you recall. Oh my god, there are so many tells everywhere. You're starting to doubt yourself because am I looking too deep? Is this normal?
It's normal here.
Yeah.
You see anyone?
I'm just gonna I'm gonna do the GM a lovely thing and make up an NPC on the fly. As I will kind of like slap the roof of the thing and like point someone out and tell them yeah that's one to tell them to stop the ride. And I'm gonna point out I'm gonna point out one of the humans, orange-skinned humans. Maybe he's got some cybernetics on him. He's definitely got a cowboy hat, and he's definitely got one of those one of the cowboy bandanas around his face. He's got one of those side shoulder capes on. Maybe he's got a rifle on his back. Maybe he's got a pistol on his hip. Who knows? But I'm pointing him out.
Let's not forget the massive crow's feet on his eyes and the thick mustache with scruffy beard.
The handlebar mustache.
Oh yeah.
That's my contribution.
All right, and the cybernetics is his left leg is amputated and is robotic.
Oh my god, I'm gonna marry him. I've decided.
But it's not it's very rough robotics, as in it's not a full leg, it's just two tubes that go down to a square.
Okay, well, I don't know who was planning to do the talking, but I am now.
So, hold on. Okay. Handlebar mustache. Cowboy hat.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboy bandana around neck. Bandana.
Scruffy beard.
Neck. Scruffy beard. Maybe a rifle. Maybe a pistol. Robotic leg that is cut off at the knee.
You say robotic, but then you also said it was two tubes and a square.
Well, I mean, it's very Yeah, it's like two pieces of like a very rough piece of like metal piping that goes down to a like just piece of metal.
So it's
that is
pneumatic?
welded. Yeah, it's just welded together. Like it doesn't move
Okay.
from
Yeah.
me down. It's like a pirate's peg leg but metal.
Okay.
And I'll put that pirate peg leg but metal. All right, that's our NPC that I point out.
That's your NPC and the stand-in for a group of people if you are using the gather information skill from diplomacy.
All you, Soriall.
Okay.
We'll do that.
So I will get out of the vehicle and, you know, sort of shake my robes into place from climbing out of the vehicle and glide over in that way that I do and say, "Pardon me, I wonder if I could get a brief piece of information from you."
What could I do for you, sweet thing?
Yes, I love it, and I wish I was talking to him now.
See, I know what I'm about. And Soriall will smile and say, "I am looking for Ka imports, and I was wondering if you could point me in the right direction. Sugar."
He's eyeing you up and down, considering what he could get out of this information deal. Oh, I guess you're not on the ship anymore.
Oh, that's true.
Spoog, stop transmitting.
Turn off your comms. Okay. Go ahead and make me a diplomacy check.
Sure. Glad to.
21. Okay.
It's what
The
I
DC
do,
was-
baby.
The DC was 15. Again, this is a stand-in for several people gathering information with the crowd. Soriall, because you're in charge of this, go ahead and roll me a d4.
Okay.
Listen, let's be honest. What's more fun, having it be a generic crowd or having it be a made-up
Ow.
space
Okay.
cowboy?
Ow. It's just
Oh.
one option among four, right? It's not actually bad.
It may or may not be.
Can it ever be bad when you're talking to space cowboy?
Never. Not this one, anyway.
Exactly.
It's the mustache, you guys.
Getting lost in the stash.
Oh. It's like its own character. I've never seen anything like it.
I'm just saying, this is a lot better than, you know, having it be a generic crowd.
I can accept this as a possibility going further. That stand-in.
It's a rule I have in games called I Know a Guy. You get to make up the character, but I get to make up how they interact with you.
Actually, wait, hold on. I love this. Okay. So, okay, you've got your diplomacy check, you've got your D4 roll. He'll respond, Space Cowboy. The name's Clint Sure-Shot. Why don't we discuss this over a drink? And that one signifies the 1 hour you spend getting a drink with Clint Sure-Shot.
Okay. No extrication
signed up for
possible,
this.
huh?
Nope.
All right. So that puts us at 4 days and 5 hours.
And
Correct.
listen, at least we're on planet and you get to have a date with Clint Sure-Shot. Alright?
Can you imagine? You guys are parked in this sandy, hot, buzzing market, and I'm like, guys, see you in an hour. Don't wait up.
Yeah, we're just standing around like, what's taking her so long?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm just gonna go check something out. It's fine. Don't worry, I'll be fine.
Oh my god. I gotta add this. I gotta add him to our notes.
You're
Yeah.
welcome. You're welcome.
Hello.
Not you.
So the question is, after an hour and a drink, do I get my information?
You do get a reasonable, albeit probably more locally known route to Ka Imports, yes.
That's fine. I drink him under the table.
You can't outdrink Space Cowboy.
Probably not.
He's a space cowboy. What are you doing? Don't come back. Don't come back to the job drunk. What are you doing?
I just tried something new,
His
that's
name
all.
is Clint Shershot. You're gonna out
When did we get another bear?
This bear speaks
Yeah, it is.
the second bear speaks.
Is this your
perfect
brother?
English.
Is this your brother?
This is the Soriall is so drunk she's hearing voices from beyond the beyond. You're just hearing the actual.
She always hears voices from beyond the beyond.
You're not out drinking a man named Clint Shershot, bro.
Listen, did you want directions or not?
Make a roll for drinks, please.
Are you the GM now?
But I feel like it should be done if you're trying to outdrink Clint Shershot.
Are you the GM now?
I was going to ask for a fortitude save, yes.
Yes, thank you. I may not be GM,
Okay.
but I can influence.
Fine. I think I know how to do
You know
that.
what? Yeah, you should be able to do it pretty easily. It's right there. There you go.
I'm fine.
Well, okay.
I'm fine, she says carefully.
If I could also have you roll an intelligence check.
No.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
What do you get? What do you get? Honestly? What do you get?
So Big Bear and Orion, you don't have to sit in the cargo rig, and I imagine you probably are asking around. Yeah. So Soriall, in your stupor,
Yes. I'm just squiffy.
you get some directions to Ka Imports, and you're very pleased with yourself, pleased with your date, pleased with your information gathering.
I am. I'm so good at this.
Meanwhile, after like 10, maybe 20 minutes of waiting and realizing that this is going to take a while, Big Bear and Orion start asking around and get their own information.
So you guys have directions that are just waiting for me now.
We got directions. We got directions 10 minutes into you going to the date. You went into the date with this guy, you went to go get drinks, and we waited all of like 5 minutes, and then we were like, alright.
Mm-hmm.
And then we asked the first person that walked by, and they were like, oh yeah, sure, it's down the corner.
It's just right there. First building around the corner. Yeah, okay. This is fair. I don't know what it was. But it was green.
It was the mustache. Is what
It was green.
That's so funny.
So yes, this is a thing that happened.
I know it's only session 3, but this might be our best session. Did she come stumbling out? What's the deal? Are me and
No,
Orion...
I am walking very carefully.
Yes, I think that's reasonable. She is not stumbling
Thank
because she
you.
only did have an hour to spend.
Just the one drink and it was green.
So, did you get the information? Big
Yes.
bare arms crossed.
Yes. Yes, I did. I got directions like I said I was going to. And here they are, the directions that I got.
You have your data pad with you.
Yes. And all it has is his phone number. Now, he told me directions. I can remember.
You have I can't think of an intelligent name right now because I've got multiple things on the mind, but you have Google Maps.
Yes.
And you've plugged in the local address.
Right. Space maps.
What did I do?
It's Google Galaxy, not Google Planet.
Because let's be real, Google still exists.
Yes.
If I look at the data
Edge
pad,
maps.
there you go. If I look at the data pad, does it line up with whatever me and Orion were told as we went around?
The data pad isn't even picking up a building.
What?
Are you sure you got
I'm
the right
shaking my data
directions?
pad. Shaking it.
Are you sure this is correct?
Banging on the side of it. Something's wrong.
It doesn't look correct.
Something's wrong. Shaking it some more. Here, you fix it.
If it's handed to me, I'm just gonna shake it too.
No, I gave it to Orion like
Okay.
a smart person.
You went on a date with Clint Sherlock. How smart are we?
Shush.
I'll do my best.
Okay.
Is it not reading an address, or is the address not have a building tied to it?
It doesn't seem to have a building tied to it. You can try the address you were given.
I'll punch that one in.
That asshole.
That's a place.
Well, do you want to try the empty space that you were given first, or do you want to go to the real one?
It's fine. Let's go to yours. She snatches
He
the
says the real one.
she snatches the tablet back.
So what did we learn?
That green drinks are bad.
That's something at least. Get in. Let us go and confirm. Off to Ka Imports we shall go.
Off to Ka Imports.
How far does our transmitter work? Would this be a good time to update Spoog that we are headed to where we think to be the spot? Would we be able to? From where we are?
I'm gonna say yes right now because I don't want to look up that rule.
Okay. I just don't even know what tech we would have to do it. But,
I mean, different comm units. There's probably a more powerful comm unit on the rig itself.
yeah. Alright, we'll do that. We'll let Spoog know back, defending where it is, that we should be back soon-ish.
Wonderful. So you have your location, and you're driving the 2 miles back to the ship now? That's what's happening?
We're heading to Kai Imports. I think Orion is
Oh,
letting.
you are heading there first.
I think
Yeah, we
Orion is
gotta
letting
figure out
Spoog-
if it exists first.
Yeah, but
Right.
letting Spoog know that we'll be back soon.
Got it. Understood. So you drive up the streets to where a few more permanent buildings reside. And then, duck into a secondary road for a little bit. And eventually, um, you do find a building at the address you were sent to. It's a large, uh, roughly square. It's got shape to it, but it's not like thin or anything. Uh, 3-story building made of local sandstone with oval windows. You see a wide double door up front, and you pass a loading door in the rear, away from the main streets. The building's metal parts have long ago rusted. And as you arrive there in your vehicle, there are a handful of Hilky construction workers lowering to the ground a not lit up, but a neon blue sign that reads Kai Imports. A different sign leans against the building, ready to take the original's place. And if you were to look at it, you could see past the very loose tarp over it. It says Ichihara Imports.
Oh dear. I hope they would like some yarrow berry. Shall we go in and find out what's going on?
Yes, I think we shall.
Don't think we have a choice.
I'm just going to start with one of the construction workers and say, has this business changed hands?
He'll take off his hat and put his hands on his hips. Yeah, it appears so. We're just getting the exterior ready.
Ah. Is anyone inside the new owners, perhaps?
You can check.
All right. Thank you.
I'll put his hat back on and get back to work.
So let's go in, I guess.
In we go.
The door itself does not open. It is dark inside. Um,
I would like to bang on the door, but politely. Like in a little rhythm, so it's not just bam, 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 bam.
Right.
I do have low light vision, if that means anything for seeing inside the building.
You can see further through the windows, but you see a closed building, basically.
I guess we could walk around back and see if anyone's at the loading dock.
As you're about to say this, and Big Bear, you notice some large forms shifting inside the darkness. Here we go. The front door opens suddenly, and a capital L, large, Shabad, stands at the doorway and simply asks, "What?"
Greetings. We are from EdgeCorp, and we were to make a delivery to Ka Imports, and it would seem that perhaps you have taken over from Ka Imports?
Yep.
Have they perhaps changed locations, or have you bought them out?
Dunno.
Is there anyone inside who might perhaps know?
Come inside.
Thank you so much.
And he'll let the three of you, or however many you desire, to come inside where a second enforcer is standing.
I'm definitely sizing them up.
I'll go
Yes.
through the same thing.
They're large and in charge.
Weapons?
Looks like a pike and a cannon of some sort.
Okay.
So I will say the same thing to the second one. Greetings, hello. We're supposed to be making a delivery to Ka Imports. What has happened to them, please?
Just follow.
Of course.
The rear of the darkened Ka Imports warehouse is filled with crates and boxes stacked over 10 feet high. The Shavad leads you to a rear office. Its large windows the only source of light in the whole building. The Shavads end their movement standing outside the door, glowering and brandishing their 12-foot pike.
Excellent. So I'm just to go in then.
Yeah. The first one calls out, "Miss Ainsley, these people are asking about you." And yes, you would be allowed to go in.
All right.
Inside the office, a crimson-skinned human woman reclines in a chair with her boots perched on the edge of a large desk, cluttered with stacks of paper, unopened mail, and some empty coffee mugs. She looks up from a printed spreadsheet and exhales an exaggerated sigh of relief. "Thank you, grandmother. I am bored out of my mind and can use a distraction." "What is it?"
Greetings. I'm Soriall, and we are from EdgeCorp. We had contracted to make a delivery to Ka Imports, and in looking around, it would seem we might be having a little bit of trouble with that delivery at this point in time.
Yeah, I imagine you would be.
So may I ask, what has happened to Ka Imports? Have they moved somewhere else?
Ka Imports isn't around anymore. Sorry.
Well, I did get that impression, yes. Just completely gone.
Mm-hmm. And?
Hostile takeover?
We would never!
Oh, of
What
course
are you
not.
assuming?
I'm new to these parts. Mainly, I'm just looking to offload cargo. What are you planning to import? I saw the sign out there. Ichihara Imports?
That's correct. We have a lot of imports. I don't have all the specifics. We'll have the doors back open soon.
Ah. Well, would you care for a very fine shipment of yarrow berries to help with your inaugural opening?
I'm sure that would have been great for Siski, maybe. But not for me. I don't need any more inventory.
Ah, I see. I see. You wouldn't happen to know where Siski has gone?
Yeah, the map here didn't prepare me for just the cargo rig. So you'll have to ignore the trailer for now.
Quite alright.
In response to your question, though, gone, left town, family emergency. I heard.
Family emergencies can be quite a crisis. I would love if you would let me to do, I guess, a perception check to see if I think that they have killed Siski.
Make me a sense motive check.
Sense motive, okay. Thank you.
Okay. I mean, she seems a little combative, but lying? Or having caused this death? It's hard to pin that down as a yes.
Sure, okay. Okay. Well, I thank you so much for your time. Here's our card should you change your mind on the arrowberries or have any business you might need us to take up. And I do a little electronic blip, you know.
Mm-hmm. Lovely. I'm sure we'll be in touch.
I'm sure. And I gesture to Orion and Big Bear for us to walk out.
You know, I have idea. Why don't you accept cargo anyways? You pay us, then we leave.
Make an intimidation check.
And I was gonna say it, I would put my paws on the desk.
Mm-hmm.
I'm supposed to be good at these!
Because I think
Episode
it's
3,
fun.
we all die.
Would you like a second roll? I'm having fun with this, and I'm willing to give you this.
Sure, I'll take it.
Take a second roll, because I don't think a 1 is fitting.
Better.
11. All right.
It's better.
Better than a 1, yes.
She, with her boots still on the desk, is just eyeing you up, Big Bear, with a like sly smile. Fine. I'll take your imports. Do you have the cargo here, or do you need to go get it?
It will be here soon. Soriall,
Lovely, thank
Orion.
you. Get out of my office.
why don't the two of you, and I'll like sneer back at her, why don't the two of you stay here to finalize everything? And I will go back to get Spoog in the car.
In your
I
mind-
will remind you, before
Sorry, go
any
ahead.
of this, that all of the cargo is unloaded and
Yeah.
single-handedly takes 16 hours, and with 2 takes 8 hours. They cannot stay here for
Mhm.
8 hours. Speaking of which, the Shavad enter into the office at this point.
Fine, we will be back. And we will expect
I'm sure
payment.
you will.
I'm going to, yes, kind of gesture to Orion to kind of help me start scooting Big Bear out. You can do any glowering over your shoulder you want, but we're kind of scooting you out.
Are the big guys in our
Okay.
way, or are they escorting us? Because if they're in our way, Big Bear definitely does it like, you know, the get out of my way shoulder check.
Oh, they are escorting. They are
Okay.
not they are not there to trap you. They are there to support their boss.
Well, I was thinking, like, if they were doing the big guy thing of, like, stand there looking intimidating, Big Bear would have definitely walked into one of them, like, the shoulder check, you know, like, get out of my way.
I mean, they are out of your way, but you can still absolutely do that because they are.
Well, I mean, if they're just on the sides of us, I'll just walk, but if either of the big guys get in our way, it's the full-blown, like, I'm annoyed, shoulder check, you're in my way.
Understood.
But as we walk out and get back on the cargo lift, I'll just say to Soriall, now look how easy that was.
Big Bear, she's not going to buy our cargo.
She will buy it.
She just said that to get us out of the building.
She will buy it. She will buy it, or she will be known as running a company that is unfaithful to contracts, and suddenly a smuggler's haven will have nothing to do with them.
Which would make perfect sense if it were the same company, but it's not.
Don't worry. They'll buy it.
Ah, I'm very worried. I think what we need to do is go offload the cargo onto the trailer and find a new buyer as soon as I file a report.
I have dealt with
Or I can do that while you start.
I have dealt with people like this before. We will get them to buy it.
All right. Can you hear my cat giving his opinion?
Yep.
He is unsure that this is going to work, but willing to trust you.
I am prepared to negotiate if things turn sour.
Yes, Bear, we've seen you negotiate.
I don't quite think Big Bear knows what negotiate means.
Big Bear used to be a smuggler. He knows negotiating.
It means hit in face. It means hit in face.
I have decent diplomacy, guys.
I could definitely see Big Bear like intimidating his way across the fucking border or some.
It's true.
Just some like blockade him, just like get out of my way before I blow your ship to bits.
I also have decent diplomacy. It's not just intimidation. I can be diplomatic.
All right, well, let's head back.
Yeah, like
and let Spoog know that we're on the way.
Why is he Spoog now?
I don't know. I was gonna say
because
Spoog.
I can't. Because I can't do names. That's why.
It is rather insulting to call our ally that.
I'm sorry.
I'll just call in to Spoog.
I will.
Spoog, make sure the cargo is ready. And then begin our drive back.
Yes, wonderful.
I would start loading the cargo while they were gone, like as soon as I was able to get the message that they telling me to.
I'd say at most you'd get like half hour's work done. It doesn't take too long.
I'll take it. Yeah.
So we're gonna call. So there was an hour drinking, and then this interaction. So we're gonna say, is that like another 40 minutes before we get back to the trailer or to the ship, or how long?
I think I would be okay with saying all in all it takes you an hour to do this away trip.
Okay.
So we're at 4 days, 4 hours?
Yep.
I think? Okay.
Believe me, I'm watching this carefully. It's my job. Okay, so when we get back, I would like to get on the ship's comms and send a report back to Tarika.
Okay.
Or at least prepare one. I'm not sure about the mechanics of this, so obviously you can tell me.
Okay, it does take time to send well, okay. It doesn't take time to send a message, but it takes time to receive a message.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I will just say, basically what has happened. We're on the planet. We located where the former Ka imports was. They have disappeared, and the new management is not interested in our cargo. We'll be looking for new buyers.
Okay. I will roll for this, because this is a transmission thing. Transmission to Tarika. Okay, and then repeat for me what the message is.
Okay, so that we made it onto the planet. We found the place where Ka imports used to be. They're gone. No information. another company is taking over the building and they don't want our cargo. So we're going to be looking for a new buyer unless we hear otherwise from her.
Right, okay.
And I'm just not even getting into Big Bear's plans for diplomacy because I just want to see how that plays out without
course.
counting on it.
So you send the transmission out. I hope you're not waiting for a response.
No.
Good. Because you would be aware that it takes anywhere from a day to almost a week to get those transmissions across space.
This is what is known as covering our asses.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. I will now provide moral support for everybody moving boxes.
Yeah, box moving time.
Yes. And with all three of you, it takes the similar 5 hours minus the half hour already spent, so 4.5 hours. Which will just sort of mentally hold on to that half. So yeah, 4 days. A little less than 4 days.
Yup.
And the sky does turn quite red. As the sun is setting on Akaton.
That late, huh?
Yeah.
Does
well,
this look like the kind of place that's just like 24/7 busy?
It does, actually,
Okay,
yeah.
great. Great.
Less so, just because people prefer the light, but yes,
Mhm.
absolutely.
So we could either go now or go in the morning.
I say we go now.
I agree with that.
I think now
Okay.
works best by far.
So,
Everybody remember where we parked?
where are you off to?
Ichihara Imports.
Right, of course. Okay. Back to Ichihara. So, you take your... I don't know if I should actually call it a half hour to get there, but with the slow driving and winding streets, because this
Well,
is
and
not,
pedestrians
a metropolitan area. Yeah, exactly. So
Exactly.
I think we can call it another half hour. You are at 3 days and 23 hours. Officially.
Got it.
You make your way back to the loading bay of imports. With Spoog this time.
Yay.
Change layer token.
I will be right back. Sorry.
Without Spoog. I'm kidding.
Spoog stays in the
Um,
cargo.
Hmm?
Spoog stays with cargo.
Spoog stay with cargo. Yes, that he does.
I'll just go up and knock on the door again. if no
Mhm.
one's outside there to meet us.
There is not. But you
Big
knock,
paw. Mhm.
and you can hear the percussive shock go into the warehouse, where eventually the Shavad does come back to the door to deal with you. He opens the door and just kind of grunts.
We are here for your boss.
Come in.
I will go in.
Okay. And the three of you will go in. Even Sorial.
What was the original contract, the original price we were supposed to be paid for this? Did we know that?
The specific. I'm gonna check for the specific price.
I don't have it in my notes.
Yeah, okay, so we're just going to be very general about this.
There's not
The
a specific
businesses
price,
have
that's
worked.
fine.
They've worked out a general price, but it is out of the range of individuals. It would just not be worth that information.
Okay.
But it's something that I have in my tablet, so we're aware of it.
It is, yes.
Yes.
It is.
I am back.
We left you with the cargo, but you're more than welcome to come inside.
Yes. So once again, you are led to the back office, and I got you, buddy.
Thank you. The hit a brick wall there.
Oh, of course, you brought your fancy cane out. Okay, so you're brought back to the office once again. And you enter it to find Ainsley with her head lulled back, some printed out spreadsheets in a manila folder over her face, and you can hear a bit of heavy breathing.
I say in Big Bear's mind, she's sleeping, we should go.
I slam on the desk.
Oh.
She will start awake and then like reach up to grab the tossed into the air folder to see the now four of you. Maybe not seeing the third or the fourth, considering the height difference. Oh my gods. Don't do that.
Don't be
She'll
sleeping
set
on
down
job.
the folder. I can do whatever I please in my business.
Yes, you can, which is why I decided to be generous between trip to ship and back. You can buy our cargo, which you will do, and we will give you 10% friendship discount. For good
Oh, you're gonna
business.
give me more than that. Look, I don't really need this cargo, but I will take it. It's an opportunity. It'll make things a little tight around here. 30%.
This will get you in the good graces of Edge Corp, which is not a bad thing to have in your back pocket.
With this being my home world, would I have knowledge of any other buyer that would possibly take this that we could go to?
Ooh.
You would. I would still require the, what is it? The, finding a buyer task, but you would have an advantage with that.
Also, when Soriall said this would get you in good graces with Edge Corp, I would fire back with 20%.
This is a fringe planet. We can sell these berries for a higher dollar anywhere else. Let's get out of here.
You've got a little friend here.
Yes, you can ignore him. 20%.
I'll take your
Big Bear.
cargo for 20% of its value. Happily.
No.
I'll remind you, Big
No.
Bear, that the Edge Corp gets 50% of what it's worth regardless. He's eating into 20% of our 50.
Big Bear,
Gee,
I
mind your
believe
manners.
that we can find a better buyer that we will not have to offer a discount to.
You can certainly try to find one.
Yes, we can.
We still got almost 3 days to figure out what we're doing with this berries. That we could possibly get to another planet with that time.
That's true. Thank you so much for your time. Just heavy sarcasm.
No, thank you.
No, really, thank you.
Stuck in a Canadian exit.
Exactly. All right, so I'm gonna put my hand on Big Bear's elbow and say in his mind, I am 100% positive that we can get a better deal than this. I know that you're trying to prove a point, but we can do better with the money.
While we're talking here, I would just pull out my iPad and move Toad, or my tablet rather, and move Toad up here to the driver's seat, just in case we have to make a fast getaway with the cargo.
Good call. Good call.
I would say back to Soriall, I still have questions. You may go. They do not concern the business.
Are you going to need backup?
No, it is a simple question.
Ah. Orion, Spoog, let's go ahead and get loaded back up. And I walk out.
Confused, Orion will follow.
I'm pretty sure you guys are trying to leave
Hang on,
through a
hang on.
window.
Is that a window?
Is there a window?
Where's the
thin
door?
Blue are.
The white things.
Yeah.
Well,
I tried to go through that too, and I
I know. I
Oh, there we go.
didn't get rid of the light barriers, but I have now.
We're trying to be good and play with the space.
I appreciate that.
I will in her head, of course. I will ask her.
If I want to goblin crawl out a window, I will. Dang it!
I'll ask her. Have you or your workers ever done business with someone who goes by the moniker of Jinx?
He gets suspicious look in her eyes. What do you want to know, big guy?
I have interest in their whereabouts. And while you may not have bought our cargo today, I'm sure a deal could be made if you do know nothing. But if you do not, then please do not waste my time.
Then I'm sorry, but I've never met a jinx in my business partnerhood.
Well, if you do, tell them I am looking for them, and I will turn on heel and leave.
Will do, big guy.
And as I walk out, I'll just announce in Soriall's head or Spoog's head or whoever's, just because I am big and punch people does not mean I don't know how to do business. I used to be a smuggler. I know how the trade works.
Love that.
Now, I'm going to look if I see any mechanical shops because I have a bot to sell. We're in a marketplace. I want to wander the market a little.
Okay. As for the rest of you, we can get right into a finding a buyer task. None of you guys are tired. You know, your existence on the planet has been like maybe 8 hours total. So you're fresh, but you know, the sun is set, and so you will need to spend time finding a buyer with a boost from Spoog.
We'll absolutely be letting Spoog take the lead here.
Okay. So it takes a day for each check to research the markets on the infosphere, check in with unions and guild representatives, meet with local contacts, and to haggle. So if you are committed to finding a new buyer, this will take a day.
I mean, that's certainly my vote,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
that's just me.
If we get to the final day, we're coming back here, is all I'm saying.
Orion and Spoog, what do you think about this course?
Yeah, I think we should find a new buyer.
Yeah, I think by far best.
Okay.
Only leaving us to split 30% is just not gonna work.
Well, and that's not
Especially,
how
like,
she was
considering, like-
phrasing it either.
No.
She was phrasing it as 20% of the entire cost as opposed to taking 20% off, so.
You guys didn't let me get a chance to roll.
Right, but whatever, like, since we're working for Edge Corp, I could be wrong on this, but don't they take 50% off what, like, the value of the cargo's worth? So if it's worth, like...
Right, so we'd owe Edge Corp
Yeah,
30%
it
of what they
would.
were expecting.
Mhm.
Right, exactly.
Or
We'd owe them money,
60,
giving them,
yeah.
like, a discount. It would eat into our profits.
It would, in fact.
So, how does this task work other than taking a day?
Yes. So, as I said, it takes a day. At the end of the day, attempt a diplomacy or profession merchant check. There's no reason to keep this DC a secret. It's the DC of 15. plus 1.5 your level.
Well, I am, as far as I know, best suited to do the. Did you say diplomacy?
Yes. And
Okay.
you would get a +2 from Spoog's assistance.
Okay. But does anybody have better than a 7 in diplomacy?
No.
No
Not
chance.
me.
Okay. So, shall we?
I think we gotta.
So, 27.
Okay. We'll say 28 because of Orion while Big Bear is out. 28. So that is... Okay. Okay. So, the day is spent. We have 2 days and 23 hours left. And this does include a rest. So, for those still down some, since it is simply an 8-hour rest, it's your level plus your constitution modifier. If you have any.
In hit points?
For your hit points, correct.
Okay.
What is it again?
It is your level plus your constitution modifier.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Nice. I gain 1 hit point.
So, with a rest, that puts us at 2:15.
No, the rest is part
No?
of your day. You are not spending
okay.
24 hours
Okay. Gotcha,
doing this
gotcha.
task. It just ends up taking a day.
I gotcha.
Time.
Do I, in that time, do I find like a junk shop or a mechanical shop or anyone willing to buy a junk bot for parts?
1 second. Well, I guess that depends on how you wish to approach this. You could do a culture check to see what you know. You could do a perception check to find it yourself, or you could do a diplomacy to telepathically talk to people.
Diplomacy, culture, or perception?
Yes.
Okay. That's diplomacy, that's culture.
Sorry.
That's perception. I'll diplomacy. I'll ask people. I mean, I imagine there are people around who would know, like, so I'll do I'll do perception, because I'm kind of just wandering the markets anyways. I'm just looking
Okay.
at the stuff. And
Yeah.
I'm also looking for I'm looking specifically for a junk shop or a mechanical shop, but I'm also looking at shops in general, so if you have fun little stall descriptions in your book, I would love to get some, even if I fail to find the junk shop.
Right.
So here's my perception. 21.
Okay, 21. That's pretty good. Okay. Yeah, as you are wandering around the market, um, even walking back to the ship wouldn't be too bad. Uh, knowing that the cargo rig is back at the ship, as it, like I said, it's only like 2 miles or so. Um, so you're walking around the market, very unburdened. Um, you do find a couple places that deal specifically with technology, and within those couple places are two or three that are dealing specifically with like mechanical stuff. You've got your Best Buys, but then you've got an actual mechanical shop that works on stuff.
All right, I'll stop into the nearest one, whichever's nearest to me, and look to sell the junk bot, or the parts of the junk bot.
Okay. Yeah. You walk in and you find an Isoki tinkering away at some other stuff as you come in. This very much is like a mechanic type place. There's not really there's not a lot of cleanliness. Like, they keep it clean enough to do their work, but it's meant to be rugged for their work. You also see some Hilky around, some other people, but it looks like the person right up front is an Isoki.
Okay, I'll walk in, and if I see them, working on stuff, I'll just walk in and, say to them, mechanic, do you need parts?
We always need parts.
Well then, can I interest you in this? And I'll take the junk bot. I've probably been carrying it, like, strapped to my back or something, and I'll just take it off and, like, place it on a table or the ground or whatever.
He will pull off his welding goggles and scuttle down from the chair and saunter over to take a peek. This is interesting you got here. Where'd you find this?
I feel like the smuggler thing would be like, don't ask questions you don't want answers to. Which I think Big Bear would probably say something like that, like, I feel like that's a normal thing in smuggler business. Don't ask questions. It's just that,
Right, you are.
Just that I got it, and now I'm offering it to you.
It's just the interesting make is all. If you want to leave it here, it's a bit battered, a bit torn up. Still got some functioning insides I can see. Could give you 50 credits for it.
Is there an appraise? I mean, we busted the fuck out of the spot. I imagine 50 credits would probably be pretty good anyways, but is there like I know Pathfinder has an appraise. Is there an equivalent?
I don't think so, not directly. I'd have to take a secondary look at the skills. We can make up one right now, but you should, in your line of work, be pretty aware that, like, don't accept the first offer, especially for this kind of a place. This is meant to haggle.
All right. I mean, I'm not gonna make the immediate jump to 100 credits because, again, we did bust this thing bad. Is this an open-faced mechanic, or is this like a building?
It's a building. It's like got garage doors. They work on more than vehicles, but the entrance is garage doors. Maybe it's vehicles they work on. Maybe the vehicles just bring what they work on.
All right. I'll say this bot packs quite a punch. You could use its parts for some extra security should you need. How about How about 75?
Make a diplomacy check.
Okay. Diplomacy. 19.
19. You got yourself a deal. And his tiny little mouse hand fits into the palm of your large bare hand. You barely notice there's some pressure on there, and he digs around in his back, pulls out a cred stick, loads up some amount with his data pad, and then hands it over to you to transfer.
Wonderful. I shall, and I will take the creds.
Take your 75 creds.
Should have went to 80. I almost said 80, but I didn't want to push it. I'll just say pleasure doing business, and I will turn and leave.
As you turn, you see him appraising some of the lesser or unharmed bits of this bot. You know, nose twitching, whiskers out.
I'm so sorry, I'm gonna do this to you. Does the mechanic shop have a name, or is it just generic mechanic number 1?
Acme.
It's called Tulp Scrap.
Tulp?
Tulp Scrap.
Lovely. All right, and I'll make my way back to our ship through the markets. You know, if anything stands out at me. I mean, I don't really know about weapons. I mean, I don't know if my big bare hands can wield a pistol, a tiny little pistol. I think I gotta get specialties.
A little bit of custom fitting.
Yeah. Which is very funny that... I just want to throw this out there. I'm just going to say this. It is very funny that uplifted bears can't use heavy weapons, can't use long arms, which would make... Which, you know, being able to use those would make sense because they're bigger weapons. I can use the hell out of a pistol, though, actually. Sure, that makes sense.
You
Yeah,
can hide it in your big paw.
Yeah. One of those pistols that that have the spring that pop out into your hand.
Mhm.
I'm not really looking for firearms. I've been using this. I've been carrying. I imagine he's been carrying around this excavation drill on his back for so long that maybe if he does pass any stalls that happen to be selling like very clearly melee weapons, he might take a look. But otherwise, Big Bear is just going to walk through the rest of the market and back to the ship to meet the party.
Okay. I'll take a perception for that. You're keeping an eye out for more melee style weapons.
Honestly, 7 makes sense because I'm kind of just like, he's just looking. He's just glancing, you know, looking around at the stalls. He's not really... It's not his sole mission to find a melee weapon. He's just browsing.
Mm-hmm. Um. Yeah, I mean, you see a few stalls. They mostly look like firearms. Um, not much is really hitting.
Fair. And then back to the ship I go.
Mm-hmm. Um,
Did we find a buyer? I do not remember.
you did find a buyer. I don't think I explicitly said so.
Okay.
Um, yeah, but that takes a day, and you do have a buyer.
He's awake.
Excellent.
Okay. Okay.
I'm so used.
Yeah. We will resolve this, however. No, first, uh, you think that the best deal that you're gonna get, or at least a willing buyer, is um a place called it is a permanent um it is a market in a permanent building, and it's a place called the Rossroar Market. And with that, we'll have to see how that goes in the next session.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, right. Was fun.
I'd like to think so.
Indeed.
I certainly had fun.
I
Thank you all
also
for
Sorry, I
being
was so
here.
late.
Good
You're all
session,
good.
everybody.
Would you like to do your very enthusiastic farewell to the YouTube?
You're so mean. Goodbye.